Heyo everybody, Haku here with my live reaction, a read through for Boku no Hero Academia chapter 425. We are in My Full-Bring Academia. I am excited, as I always am, to get to read. I think it's really interesting that, we've kind of ended the main conflict, but the story is still ongoing. There's still some story to tell. I'm excited to see what that story is. I want to know more. I'm excited, so let's go ahead and start reading this week. We're just starting out. Let me check and make sure everything looks good for you. Yeah. We have, and now it's time to issue diplomas. We have Izuku, again, with the new haircut going on, the scars on his face. Now it's time to issue diplomas. Graduates, come on up. Well done indeed. Congratulations on making it through the good fight. Potatoes, they're all just potatoes. And we're seeing Tamaki. And then number 425, unseasonable. I graduated. How about that? We have Nejire. It's so interesting. It feels like they should all just graduate. Like, aren't they all like the best heroes at this point? We hate to lose you, Nejire Haro-senpai. Sorry your graduation got delayed, kids. The cherry blossoms already fell, but at least you get a glorious flowery send-off. Make some noise, peeps! And we have everybody yelling, mic up front. Graduates, used to this. This groove doesn't fit a graduation. New third years, former second years, starting to get the gist. New second years, former first years, taken aback. Our senpai, who were in limbo for a while, got to graduate in June. The heck? I thought we'd all be crying. It's like a friggin' festival. You still feeling those injuries? Yeah, I sure am, but I still feel on top of the world somehow. Weird, huh? We've got Mirio to thank, since he was sure to watch over us when we were down for the count in that flying tomb. Requests to foreign countries for essential resources and provisions, budgeting and fundraising for the overall restoration plan, deployment and allocation of aid, securing hospital beds and medical treatment. Even in our superhuman society, this rapid recovery effort was only made possible thanks to behind-the-scenes maneuvering and the spurring on of those foreign nations by Principal Nezu, a VIP of global renown. Raise the BPM if you would. Easy for you to say. The principal's major contributions to quirk morality education have made him a man of global renown. All along our principal was looking toward what would come after the battle. Those were some sick lyrics, a sick farewell address. Put your hands up for Mawata Fua, your underclassman rep. And now we're here to clap back is the rep for the graduating class. Like a rap battle? Too cool, shroom. I think it's bizarre. And then Kurohiro is thinking drop some bars. Give it up for Mirio Togata, aka Lemillion. I thank you from the bottom of my heart for taking the time out of your busy lives to be in attendance today. What, no stupid gag? He's night-eyeing it. Collectively, we've lost so much and gained nothing at all. The fact is, heroes fight to bring a negative situation back to square one. General studies, the support course, and the business course. Each of you has leveraged the experience gained at this institution to come together as one and fight the good fight. However, we're still not back to square one just yet. The 3 years we've spent here will be put toward that purpose. Today was not the goal. A world without smiles and humor has no bright future. Sorry, getting a little emotional at that. We seek a positive world where people can live their lives in good cheer. That is the finish line we're racing toward. Wow, Tagada. Check me out, Night-Eye. Today marks the start of that journey for us. So, to all who've yet to graduate, I say, and then he vanishes. Peace out! And he's going out with, Bibimi? Was that her name? Her tank. Apparently, this was more or less traditional for UA graduations. And now we have 2A temporary. Typically, you wouldn't have the same homeroom teacher 2 years in a row, but circumstances being what they are, it seems like you're stuck with me for 1 more year. Phew! We're so glad we got you, Aizawa-sensei. Oh, you're crying. We wouldn't want anybody else. The dust is really settled, huh? Shouldn't you be in the hospital, man? They said I just gotta take it easy, and it'd be wrong not to have everyone here today. That's weirdly sensible coming from you. Take that back. Hey, take it easy, remember? Ahem. Sorry. Come on in. Once more, I say adieu. Yes, I am leaving UA. Oh, Aoyama, still no change of heart, huh? But dude, we never could have split up all for one from his goons without you. We, both Sensei and Detective Tsukauchi said I may stay enrolled, but non, I must set matters right. As my very matriculation was part of All for One scheme, I would not be deserving of a graduation like the one we attended today. Again, why is he so down on himself? Like, he should definitely be allowed to stay. I will atone, and once more walk the path of the hero. This sits well with me. After all, I reached out to you all, and took in your hands and took your hands in mine. Yeah, he's giving him cheese still. Someday, I promise, I'll be worthy of standing beside you, with my head held high. Dang, Aoyama, a dude among dudes! Do not cry, friends, no melancholy on my behalf, so bright, even with tighter control than during the school festival. On that note, there is a surprise. I don't know, I feel like, can't he atone while still staying in the class? A new member of Class A, and he swaps out for Shinso. Honestly, this is going to be the coldest take imaginable. It should have been Mineta. And I know a lot of people might eye roll at Mineta hate, but I've said multiple times, it's not because he's a perv character. I don't mind that. He's just a shitty guy. And also, he hasn't done anything. Like, let's take the character that hasn't done anything, that's shitty, that, like, seemingly nobody likes. Like, I don't find Mineta fans out there. Let's just get rid of him. Shinso, you're joining our class? The transfer worked out. Awesome, you've got your provisional license and everything? Might we discuss my farewell party? Oh, right. Aoyama, stop. Cut it out. And Mineta's there. My quirk's bugging out again. They're gonna see me. Whoa, her actual face. What a cutie. Pardon-moi. Quit it. Too embarrassing. All this time, a goddess among us. Hey, there's more business to go over. And then we have Mawata Fuwa, new third year in the hero course. Second and third years in the hero course will be joining the greater restoration effort for the time being, and I'm in charge of organizing us. Again, I mentioned before a couple times wishing that Hero Academia was a bit longer to flesh out the side characters a bit more. Fleshing out, like, we got some of the third years, we got, like, all of the first years, but we really didn't flesh out the second year, sadly, when we were going through the main series. In addition to that, it would have been cool to introduce maybe some middle school characters that it'd be neat to see now. Oh crap, they're coming in as the new class 1. I do think, so class 1A becoming class 2A and sticking with Aizawa, it's neat and all, but it would have also been cool to see them moving to a new teacher. Not really to see them moving to a new teacher, but to see Aizawa getting a new class. I think that would have been cool for Aizawa, to see him getting a new class. Second and third years in the hero course will be joining the greater restoration effort for the time being, and I'm in charge of organizing us. Mawata Fuwa, new third year in the hero course, in addition to the ongoing restoration projects, will be involved with a nationwide effort to maintain law and order. We've made it past All Might's retirement, and then the war in Jakku. Know that after each big battle that winds up in textbooks, there's sure to be a period of chaos the books don't talk about. Right, when there's no symbol. All for One was born during chaos like that. Does that cover it, Era-sensei? Yep, Era-sensei. Array like eraser. I used to be in Era-sensei's class myself. I take it he didn't expel all of you? Lucky, I'm jealous. He gave us pampered kids a taste of death, so to speak. Scary stuff. Thank you, Fuwa. You can go now. But we have him to thank for making us realize why we should be heroes. You're welcome. And now, the shot of Izuku, and then... New first years, can you imagine? Starting tomorrow, we're going to be senpai. It's all so much, so fast. We'll certainly be busy. At least we got our moment's rest, so to speak. Hey, lay off me already, Sero. Sheesh. Don't be that way. Uraraka? No, I mean, I thought her speech was awesome. You too, Deku? So, they had to give you half an undercut because of your wounds? I sure hope it grows back in soon. Youch! Even Uraraka. Speaking of makeovers, Tokoyami. Not a fashion statement, though I don't hate it. And he's all like frizzed out and floofed up. And then... What are we cutting to? Is this... Nagant's hair? No? This is interesting. I guess we're hinting at more stuff to come. And their mouth is all taped up. I don't want to say what I'm thinking. And also, what is this here? Is this like the two things perked up? It's scissors, I guess. So they have scissors, they have a thing on their mouth. And there's things hanging down, so I wonder if they cut that. You think you'll make it to the farewell party, Todoroki? Sure, as long as it's not today. Todoroki? I'm good, really. Here I go. And I'm assuming this is Endeavor. So is this going to be Dabi? Do we have Dabi still alive? And if so, like how? So I guess next chapter then maybe we get the Dabi, Todoroki, Endeavor. Like we finish all that family stuff out maybe. And that might take more than one chapter. So that might be what we get next. This hint though of this person in the destroyed stuff. I don't want to tell you what I think, but I'll tell you what I think. This is going to be either one of two things, and this is going to be crazy harebrained theory. A, it's just a completely new character that we're going to go through to show, like, you know, Izuku bringing in the new era, Class 1A bringing in the new era and everything. Or B, maybe in order to take over Shigaraki's body or something, All For One had to expel Tenko. And I feel like it takes away some, like one of the only deaths we got being Shigaraki, maybe it takes away a bit to have Tenko still be alive. Do we end up with Tenko and maybe even Tenko with, I was going to say maybe even Tenko with One For All still, but I don't think so. I think All For One and One For All, the quirks, I think their death, so to speak, the death of the quirks was very fitting. But is this going to be a somehow alive Tenko? Again, it kind of maybe hurts things. That's one of the only deaths, so it's like nobody would die if that is him. But this is an interesting, weird cut. And honestly, this may hurt some of you for me to say. I don't mind if My Hero Academia doesn't end. I mentioned us not developing. I don't mind if we continue on and just have a story of them. Like, this was the story of their first year. And now we have 425 more chapters about their second year. I wouldn't hate it. I really wouldn't even be against it. Because I'm not a big ending guy. I think if it ends here, this was a satisfying enough ending. Good enough for me. But I love the story. I love the journey. For me, if I like something, I am totally content if the person writing it just keeps writing it until they either don't feel like it anymore or they like physically can't anymore. And then like it doesn't have a real ending. It's just like, oh well, can't write it anymore. Don't want to write it anymore. I'm actually fine with that in a story. I really don't think endings make a story. If anything, most of the time, especially in manga, endings are the worst part of a story. If anything, endings ruin a story rather than make a story. So I'm actually totally fine if it just continues on. I don't think it is. I think that we are maybe on the last volume. But if we're not, if we're, I keep joking about My Fullbring Academia. If we're going into My Fullbring Academia, I don't really mind. Like, I don't see that as a bad thing. I'll just keep reading. Keep writing it. I'll just keep reading, you know? But yeah, that's where I am with things. Either way though, gonna end this here. Thank you for watching. Like if you did like the video, comment down there to tell me what you thought of this chapter, my first thoughts and reactions. Subscribe for more My Hero Academia, much more on the channel. Follow on Twitter if you want. If you want a link to the Discord server, it is free and open for anyone. Just ask and I can give you a link. If you'd like to help support the channel, drop a super thanks down below if you want to. Or if you want to get One Piece videos early, get a shout out at the end of every video. I don't do that for Hero Academia because I like the official translation. I don't like the official One Piece translation, which is why I do One Piece early. But yeah, if you want One Piece early, if you want shout outs at the end of every video, then hit join down below to become a member. Go to patreon.com/Haku of the Tubes, or a link will be in the description to become a patron. Yeah. huge thank you, massive thank you to people who are patrons and channel members. Thank you to Chosen Regular, Evan Holly, Magical Girls, FR Nono, Abyss Knight and JA, Sheraton Students, David Langstaff and Folded Ghoul, Slayer Candidates, SG and Stan Cedar, and Pure Element, Pate Ardial. Thank you so much for your support. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all next time.